2 years ago, my wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer. She was frightened, of course, but she was also worried about what would happen to the rest of us, to me, to her children, grandchildren. Years earlier, we had made wills with Janet, but we knew they needed to be revised. So we came in, and that turned out to be the first of a number of very, very helpful meetings. Janet helped us through the process of not only revising the wills, but checking on beneficiaries of other policies, of helping us set up a trust to avoid probate in the transfer of the house. And through it all, she was calm, reassuring, comforting. Exactly what my wife needed at that time, and what I did too, to tell the truth. So, I haven't checked anyone else. I've been using Janet for years, but she was exactly what we needed at that point.
I'm Jean, and I was referred to Janet's office about 18 years ago. Janet was going to help my mother and I in planning my mother's estate. She did a wonderful job. She brought ideas that I didn't think of, I didn't know. She also gave us wonderful explanations of how the law worked. She has been a friend and a wonderful attorney for 18 years. She has taught me a lot about being an executor, which I have been, and just has been awesome. I don't know what I would have done without her.
Hi, I'm Andrew. This is my wife, Sarah. And when we knew that Hunter was on the way, we decided we had to do some estate planning. We found Janet through work, and we came to her and we found that it was very professional and very friendly to work with her. She was very patient, explained all the terms clearly to us. And now that we got all the estate planning taken care of, we can relax and take care of this guy.
Hi, I'm Stan Hutchings.
My name is Kiyomi Hutchings.
And we met Janet 10 years ago when we were about to go to Europe for a long 8-month trip. We wanted to make sure our affairs were in order, so if anything happened over there, our estate would be passed on according to our wishes. We came to Janet, and she satisfied us that she could take care of us.
I felt so good talking with her because she was so personal and very easy to talk.
And then, after we got back, our daughter got married, and then our son got married. So we had to update our estate plan. Janet helped us through that process, and we were very pleased.
We feel very confident and very comfortable just knowing that Janet is right there.
Hello there, I'm Robin, and I have had Janet for a lawyer for 2 years. I needed to make a will. I have never had a lawyer, and she's the first one that I've had, and I really have enjoyed my relationship with her. She's very good at what she does. She's very kind and asks the right questions. My daughter and I both came here to do our wills, and we were extremely satisfied with what she'd done. She is a very good lawyer, and I highly recommend her.
Hi, my name is Nick Vrionis, and it's September 14th, 2017, and I'm here for Janet Brewer's 5th annual Customer Appreciation Party. I met Janet in 2004, and I needed a trust done, and it was recommended to me that she was one of the best in the area, and this was from a guy in San Diego. I had Janet do the trust, and as you expected, She did a great trust. Everything was good. She was patient. She explained all the legalese, and we did it. I only speak with Janet every few years, but the amazing part is it's like she remembers our previous conversation. It was really, it's just a pleasure to do business with her. When I did the 2004 customer, the trust, I never completed the Advanced Health Directive, I think it is, because I didn't know what to put on it. And every year I go to the doctor for my annual checkup, and he says, "Have you done it yet?" And I said, "Not yet, but I will." And this has been going on for 12 years. So tonight when I saw Janet, I said, "Janet, you know, I need to complete these forms from 2004. She said, "Do you still have them?" I said, "No." Quickly, she runs into the office, gets me a set of forms, gives them to me, I have them, and I'm gonna go home and fill them up. That is customer service. So, thank you, Janet.
Hi, my name is Sandra, and I'm a client of Janet's. I found Janet online, not the internet. I just went to attorneys that did trusts and wills, and Janet was sitting in a chair in her office with her dog in her lap. That's why I hired her. But I also liked her authenticity. I liked her brevity. She's quick, very smart. And she's written this humorous book that everyone can get, I guess, if they want it. There was a lot of personality in Janet, but competency as well. Her staff is very good. My trust has been done for a year. I'm bringing my husband in to do his before we travel in a week. So we'll see Janet again. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Tia. I met Janet because one of my good friends told me about her. But I wasn't sure about attorneys. I never am sure about attorneys. But when I met Janet, one thing I really loved about her was that she was very easy to approach, very easy to ask questions. And at the time that I met Janet, I had a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of problems because I was getting divorced. So actually at the end of my divorce, I met her. So actually I was trying to figure out what to do with everything, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know about the laws, and of course, you know, I did not want to just go to an attorney because I don't trust a lot of them. And so when I came to Janet, I told her that I'm just here to talk to her or interview her. And as soon as I met her, you know, few jokes that she threw in, and at the time, I was so anxious and scared. Actually, I had fears that, you know, how am I gonna take care of my trust? And the way she was, I felt like, okay, this is it. I opened up, and she sure knew exactly what to do. She helped me out. She even told me that if I die, which I will, but we don't know when, whenever I die, she told me that she can have any of my dependents to just contact her and not even worry about how to translate or what to do and what not to do. And that made me feel so good. So she's very friendly, easy to talk to, and I can ask questions anytime. Actually, right today at the barbecue, I ran to her and I said, I have a question. And she said, do you want to talk to me now or after the barbecue? Which I said now. So from attorney's standpoint, she is trustworthy, she is friendly, and very easy to talk to. And then she looks after you. She really cares about you. And that's one thing I like about her, because it's not just business. It's like a friend. Thank you.
Okay, I found Janet through a search on the web, and there were a number of lawyers listed. I think it was a bar association website, and she was recommended as one of the, I think, top 3 in terms of qualifications and whatnot. So I called up the office, And I explained what I wanted, which was we really needed to have our trust updated. And they were very friendly and willing to talk to us. And she was terrific. I mean, she's right on top of all sorts of basics as well as more complex things that relate to your particular situation. And she asked all the questions we wanted to ask. She answered other questions that we had thought of, pretty comprehensive. And she was friendly and nice and so forth. And her staff was very good too. So we felt at home. And then we sent a bunch of documents her way, and she prepared this extremely comprehensive plan for us. She redid the trust, updated it essentially, and then we went through all the details. One of my favorite things that she does is the exploding turkey scenario, where you're all sitting around having dinner and the turkey explodes and everybody dies. And you never think about things like that and situations of that sort, and the trust has to be able to handle all of those things. So that was really cool. And I think she was very comforting in terms of thinking about the different fairly gruesome aspects of putting a trust plan together, but in a matter-of-fact sort of way. And she used a lot of humor, and my wife and I were both extremely pleased.
Hi, my name is Marisol, and I was fortunate to work with Janet a couple of years ago when I was going through a life transition, and I was going through a divorce, and I was trying to get organized for this new stage when I was going to be on my own as a single mother of 2 children. And I thought that the most important thing at that moment was to surround myself with professionals that I could trust, that could help me plan for the next stage and the important things that probably I had not considered until that time. And finding Janet was really wonderful, because she immediately listened to my concerns. She was very approachable, more than the idea that I had about speaking to an attorney. She was like a friend. She was really interested in getting to know me first. And I felt, a lot of times you feel like, well, you're with an attorney, you have to be very concise and the time is limited. With Janet, I felt like she just had all the time to get to know my situation, to get to know me as a person, to get to know how my family is composed, what my main goals were at the moment. And it was just very easy. She made something that could be potentially just very complicated, a very complicated process. She made it easy, and she asked the right questions that I had not asked myself. She guided me. She took my hand and she held my hand throughout the process. So I felt that she had the human part, the warmth, but also an immense experience, that she had all the technical. In my case, I needed someone who would understand international law concepts, and she just knew about everything. So the combination of I think her very humane and friendly quality with all her vast experience, and then Also, what I found very special about her is she has an amazing memory. I mean, she listens to you, she takes notes, she's paying attention, and she remembers all the details, as I discovered in my subsequent visits. She had everything on the top of her head, and better than me. I mean, she remembered all the relevant things. So so it was a great experience working with her.
Hello folks, my name is P.K. Dube. Janet Brewer's company did my estate plan documents, and I'm here to tell you why I selected her company. Plain and simple. I interviewed 2-3 other places, and when I met Janet Brewer, I could immediately relate to her that she spoke in plain and simple English that I could understand, and I could detect that she is very friendly, and her entire practice is devoted to helping me and my family achieve my estate planning goals. I also met her very able assistants, Dylan and Rod in particular, and I knew that they are great professionals and they would do a great job. And I'm happy to tell you today that they indeed did a very, very good job for us. They submitted to us a very professional looking document called estate planning document that now is completed. And also they follow up with me with annual reminder as to if there are any changes or so. It's like an automatic sleeping reminder to me in case my needs a change. I have to come back to here. And don't forget that they also have an annual barbecue for all their prior clients. I'm here at the barbecue occasion here today, drinking the wine that Janet Brewer has supplied. I'm very happy to be here. So if nothing else, you should come to Janet Brewer's office just to meet your old friends and have annual barbecue at a party together with the very professional job that she and her assistants do extremely well for you. Thank you.
My name is Anita Dube. My husband and I, we both are Janet Brewer's clients. I like Janet Brewer because she really makes you think about estate planning in a very systematic way. And she convinced my husband what the things which I could not myself. I realized that she is very clear in explaining what estate planning entails, and also she talks in a layman's language. Most of the time we are scared of lawyers because their legal terminology is not really understandable to us. So we become hesitant and hesitant in asking questions as well. But she starts with in a layman's language. She explains things very well, and as we move forward with her, then she starts including those typical legal terminologies and while explaining these meanings and all that it can happen. And also she in a very calm, nice manner, she always welcomes changes without charging extra. And at any time you can email her, call her, you can ask her to revise your plan, whatever we want, and at our convenience. So that's why I really like Janet Brewer. Thank you.
Hello. I've had the luxury of knowing Janet since the early 2000s. I came to her after having my will prepared via another attorney that I thought was sufficient. However, I came to find out that it wasn't and didn't cover me or my assets to the level that I had thought it did. Janet is very, very knowledgeable. If she's unsure of a situation, she will research it and get back to you in a timely manner. Very professional. With having saying that she's the firm, everyone in the firm, it's like a family. I can phone in and speak to someone. My questions are answered right away, and it's just a really comfortable feeling knowing that my assets are being taken care of, and that she's not like any other lawyer. She's higher above than most lawyers.